Lord have mercy. What's his name?
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith and Kisha. Apparently, Kisha was living foul, and she had to live foul because Joe Smith did not have the funds to keep her out of the foul lifestyle.
Ain't nothing like a broke man without a plan. What's your plan, Joe? What's your plan, Joe?
It was non-existent. That's why she had to. I had to take the lead because he wasn't taking the lead.
She was not even crying. She was gangster
Bink!
with it.
A dry, not one tear.
She was like, look, and
he was broke. Nobody wanted him.
Industry, and I ran right back to it when you had no money, when the money dried up. What you gonna do about it? After all, you work for me. You work for me. Lord. But this is Alma.
This is Mary. And we invite y'all to like
and subscribe.
And comment down below. And do not forget to subscribe to our Patreon for more unfiltered content, y'all. Because I tell you this. It seems like certain men just can't choose the right woman to save their life. He found this woman. Apparently, she was a singer.
She was
and then later on, she revealed
had a song,
that
I do believe it was a popular song.
Well, anyway,
I do believe it was popular because I remember that song.
Anyway, she later on revealed that she actually was a porn star before she was a singer. She was a porn star first, but then she got with him, and she was thinking, oh, her singing career will take off.
Right.
And it did not.
It was since, I think, 2010 or 2011. And you know what happened, though, in that time, 2010, 2011? That was when he was no longer playing.
Yeah, so quickly his career went downhill.
No teams wanted him.
So he was basically booted out against his will. And she made sure to let TMZ know that nobody wanted his ass. So she made that very clear.
She was
ruthless. Ruthless.
Actually is the word.
I mean, really, like, my thing is
she was just throwing, it was like,
it was
grenade,
one after the other.
Grenade.
It was like dagger.
Like, I was just like,
well,
damn. All the while, she going, I didn't see no tears, but
I almost choked on my plantain listening to that mess.
You really do want him? Are you sure? Because
the thing is, she has no respect for him because she's
sister.
She made that known that he was so broke that he couldn't even afford a hotel. He got to go and stay with his sister.
And my thing is, this man is depressed, and you got the whole camera on him as he's talking to himself. But I don't know what he was talking to by the mirror. Was he talking to himself or to somebody else?
He had just found out that she has been out here on the OnlyFans selling herself, and he had just found out, and she was recording his reaction. But that's what that was.
Okay.
My thing is, why would you do that? So not only have you embarrassed me because my wife is on OnlyFans, okay, but also you have embarrassed me again because now you have recorded my reaction. So even if I was going to stay with you, I can't, because everybody knows and the whole world knows that I'm a punk. Because my wife is out here selling herself, and then I ain't got no money. So now I have to leave you because people think I'm a sucker.
She's not selling herself because she's on. She's not selling herself because she's not a prostitute.
No, not like that.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, she's on OnlyFans, so it's like I don't know what she's.
I don't.
Anyway, people do create sexual content. I don't know
what. But she was by herself. She said so. She said so on the video. She says that it's just me, and he's like, it does not matter.
I know, but other people are seeing you and all that stuff, and they're getting off watching you.
Exactly.
Like, that ain't right. I mean, in a way, you kind of are selling yourself because people are getting off on you, and you're like kind of like debasing.
You're getting paid for it. I guess you get paid. Well, okay, but
no, because you're exposing yourself for other people's pleasure.
And they're paid.
And you're doing it not because you genuinely want to, but because your man ain't got no money.
I mean, that's a shame. She has 2 businesses, she said.
Not to shade anybody who's in the sex industry. Not to shade anybody.
I will say try to get out of that industry. It's so, my God. Yeah, it is debasing. I mean, I'm just going to be real. It is debasing. And not only that, it's really not good for women, because women, we are like this vessel.
It's not good for men or women, quite honestly.
Exactly, because for the men, it takes away your life force, It takes away your energy, and that is why men who masturbate a lot or okay, maybe I'll say a lot. Maybe this has to be on our Patreon. A lot, or watch porn a lot. By the time they get into their mid-30s, like
that thing don't work.
They're done because they misuse their life force. Okay, I actually heard that people who do that are actually making like a sacrifice to the devil for every time that you right? I heard someone say that. Like, I was like, oh. Anyway, so that's it. So that's for anyone who's doing that watching porn. For sex workers, get out of that industry. It doesn't serve you, especially for women. It does not serve you. Like, because we're this vessel that's open. We receive, and then when you do that, you're creating these soul ties. You don't know where these people's souls are. You don't know who they are. So even if you're on OnlyFans, doing
even
stuff
if
like
you're
that,
just with yourself, though, it's like you're having
it's
all
still
those
a soul
people.
tie. You know what I'm saying? It's still a soul tie. And then the other thing that you're doing is a lot of karma that comes with it, because you don't know if that man, he has a family. He has children.
People have addictions to that or whatever, and it's like you're feeding that.
You're feeding off of that. You're like a piranha feeding off of that. And so there's a lot of karma to stuff like that. And what happens is the money that you make from it, like look at what's happening, Kisha. The money that you've made from it, you're still broke. You realize, and it doesn't allow you to think, it doesn't allow you to be creative. Because you said your two businesses is not enough to sustain you, and you got to do OnlyFans. Obviously, you seem bitter. So obviously, even the money you're making for OnlyFans is gone. And when you make money from things like that, which has a lot of karma, which doesn't bring you peace, for some reason the money never stays in your hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just look around and it's just gone, and you're like, what happened to all that money that I made from OnlyFans? So find another profession. And that's with anything. That's with anything that we do out here in the world that's,
You're getting money a crookish way. You're not going to be at peace, and the money's not really going to stay around like that.
It just wouldn't.
And then you're also not going to be at peace with it. Like, you're just not going to be a happy person.
Exactly.
As you can see, because she just has so much venom towards him, guys. It seems like
does.
she's kind of angry with him.
Angry.
That she's had to even go and do this.
Because
my thing is, I feel like...
what's she going to say? And... That's what I gotta do. You met me in the adult industry. What you gonna say about that?
What makes you think I wouldn't do
I'm
it
doing
again?
it myself. Exactly. When I don't have the money, I'm gonna go right back to what I know. But he wiped you up and all that stuff. He's not expecting you to go back to what you.
My thing is, I'm sorry. The man. I'm gonna just say this.
Okay.
The man. I'm gonna be quite frank.
His birth.
The man is an idiot. You have to look at the woman. Like, this woman, I hate to say it, but there is something wrong. Mm-hmm. There's something going on with her mentally. Mm-hmm. She obviously is not healed. She obviously is broken. Okay, yes. She probably does not have a lot of knowledge on how to do other things to make money. Because she decided to take the easy, it's not an easy journey at all. I mean, especially if you're somebody who's never been in that industry or whatever.
It's easy money, but it's not.
No, it's not, but like for somebody, it'll be easy for somebody to go over there and, so basically go and do that, right? Yeah. Instead of having to put in the hard work and do something that'll take longer and be more patient with it or whatever, right? She doesn't know that, right? And then also the thing is, she's not somebody who is necessarily like, it doesn't seem like she's someone who's protective of him. Because she's putting all your business out there. She recorded you. And on top of that, she's putting herself out there. She has her OnlyFans on her thing.
She doesn't know how to.
And then also, my thing is, we decided to get with this woman, thinking that she's just gonna be with me or whatever because I'm a basketball player and she's gonna be down for me or whatever, regardless. Like this woman, there's just some fundamental things that's wrong that really would not have made a good wife to me. Because my thing, I feel like a woman who was healed, had kind of more. I don't know how to say it, but like it's just like she had more, not
If she had
education,
done-
but she had more knowledge on how to make other
Right.
ways to, like there's no reason why somebody has to really sell themselves,
No.
especially in the social media age with
Yeah.
YouTube, like properties, like investments. Like there's ways that you could have gone, and there's other ways you can make money besides selling yourself. That's what I
OnlyFans,
feel.
yeah.
And then even I feel like a good woman, like she would have kind of peeped game. She like, I know you're saying that he didn't pay attention to you, but also maybe you didn't pay attention to him and see what was really going on.
Exactly.
Maybe checking out the whole basketball scene.
Yeah.
Is he really going to be able to get played next year?
Yeah.
How is he doing physically?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is his career going downhill? If that's
Yeah.
what's happening, you need to start making moves.
It's-
Okay, honey, let's invest in property. Okay, honey, let's invest in property investments, or let's go and do like something with savings, or let's open up a business or something like
Yeah.
that. Like that's when you start making those moves, when he still is getting a check.
Yeah.
Not when everything has gone downhill and he's broke and now you're like, oh, let me go and be on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a woman, you have to pay, a good woman will pay attention to her man. And
Well-
but also he's not a good man, that's why he attracted that type of woman. Because
Exactly.
he just, you
Exactly.
didn't think. Like you
No.
have to look at the
He
caliber
did
of woman.
think. He did think. I'm going to tell you what happened with him. I'm going to tell you what happened to this guy. He was in the NBA. He was moved around to 12 different teams. He only was on the NBA for 16 years.
And then also she
He
didn't
was-
protect herself. She doesn't love herself, because a woman who is really trying to look and make sure that she is set up, a woman who is trying to make sure that she is in the right relationship with the right man, she's going to investigate that man
Yeah.
so that she knows that she's set up.
No,
and
she
she's going to
didn't,
ask
because
all the
first-
questions.
First of all, you said it right. Someone who's in the adult industry has low self-esteem. You
and
can
also
tell-
does not love themselves.
Yes, you have low self-esteem, you don't love yourself, you're also broken. You can't tell me anything different. So here she is, that she's already that,
But
right?
she would have been checking for you
She
or looking out
is
for herself.
already
Really,
that. And so when an NBA player makes a move to her,
that's what I'm thinking.
it
NBA
was like,
player.
oh wow. You know what I said? I must be somebody, right?
But he,
I mean, because he got me, right? So now she begins to feel good about herself. She does not know, though, that when he came to her, he was in the worst place in his career. He then, very soon after meeting her, between 2010 2011, his career was over. This man, during his career, he had a 16-year career in the NBA, was moved to 12 different teams.
that's not good.
And he was in the first team he was with the Warriors. He was there for 3 years. That means that for the next 13 years of his career, he was moved to 12 different teams. That has to do something to you. He was moved to 11 different teams. That has to do something to your psyche, because you keep on getting rejected and rejected and rejected and
Yeah.
rejected. And then your career is over. He was the number 1 draft pick. You went from the very top
To
to the very bottom, and you left the NBA with that.
But you also have to
and
wonder,
then you
how did that happen?
And that's how he went in the pain of his feeling rejection and all that. That's how he sought out the porn industry.
Well, he was thinking-
and met this woman.
Well, he
right?
thought because she's low, maybe she'll be there for me. And maybe she'll just
Yeah.
be grateful that I'm an NBA player. And
I
she'll
don't have
be
to
loyal
I don't
me.
have to do much because I'm already at the very end anyhow.
And she
then
didn't do
he's-
her research to see who he was. And she didn't.
She did.
She
realized
didn't.
he was
Because
an
if she
NBA
did, she would have
player.
known that he was broke and he was on his way out.
I know, but she would have also thought to herself, in terms of NBA players, that's all I'm gonna get because of who I am.
Yeah.
So to her, it is the highest echelon of men that someone like her, that's what she's thinking, can achieve. He still does not marry her though until almost 8 years later in 2018. During his career, he made $61 million. So he don't marry her until towards like 2018. By then, your money probably finishing. She is working because she said she had the 2 jobs, the 2 businesses that she probably quickly opened because she had some of your money. She said, I gotta have something for myself so I don't ever have to go back to this industry, right? But then what happened in 2019 going into 2020? You married him in 2018. Less than 2 years later, COVID happens. So the two businesses that you started, like you said, she does have that education to see where she's going to invest and stuff like that. But she tried for what she really tried. She started the two businesses, but during COVID,
and she had a trunking company, and she got him employed.
Yeah, but during COVID, those ones tanked, right? But a trucking, I think it was a moving industry, but a trucking industry will have thrived in COVID because you needed them to transport food and stuff.
But so that
would have thrived. But now you got a man who's been in depression since I don't know when. He had to have been in depression when he was in the NBA because remember, in 13 years he was moved to 11 teams. Then now you're all up in the porn industry, and I'm sure she was not the only one you were seeing. I'm sure you were seeing different women probably cheating on her. You don't wipe her up, she got to suffer with you for 7 years. So there is a lot of anger there. Only to find I've stayed with you all this time at your broke self, okay, your brokenness and your broke self. And now, okay, I've decided to go to OnlyFans. I don't know how long she's been in OnlyFans. Did it say?
She said she's had it about a year.
For a year. So that means that after 4 years, she looked left, she looked right. COVID has been over since, 2021 or 2022? Like, she shouldn't have had to go back to this. But she looked left, she looked right. She realized you're still in your depressed phase. You still working for her. You ain't trying to go get something of your own. And so she went to OnlyFans. At least she didn't go back to the porn industry. She could have done that, but she says, well, I'm not going to do that because I don't want another man coming on me and stuff like that. And I've gotten too old anyway. But maybe also, the porn industry wouldn't have her. So she decided to do this OnlyFans.
Also, I just want to quickly.
It's a shame. I'm just
it's a shame
saying what
happened. That's probably what happened.
I don't have a dog in this fight.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know the bones. I don't know these people. I didn't know them before this.
But also, I just want to say this also. You also don't know what this man was doing. For him to go from the number 1 draft pick to going downhill so quickly. We don't know if this man was doing drugs. We don't know if he was being all fraternizing with women.
It took him a long enough time.
Because it's like Tristan Thompson. I mean, he's all up with the women. You see how his career's gone downhill. Derrick Rose, all with the women. See how his career went downhill. You don't know what he was doing that he went downhill so quick that nobody even wanted him. Because when you're not focused on the right thing and you're doing stuff that aren't good, your stuff starts going downhill. Why do you think LeBron James has been able to stay at the top for so long? Because he stays focused on the good. You see, he's a family man. He don't cheat. He stays focused on his kids.
He's been a family man
and
for a long
stays
time.
focused.
Yep.
He stays focused. Everybody's been able to stay at the top of his career. Yep. These people who are out here single, these little basketball players who are out here ripping and running the streets with several different women, you see their careers aren't that great.
I know. Yep.
So that's all I have to say. But we have spent 18 minutes on this. But that is our analysis onto why this has happened the way it's happened.
Yes.
But I feel like they both got to each other because they both were in bad places in their life.
That's
he
why
obviously did not choose well because he was
with a broken person.
They're both were broken. That's what it was.
You have to heal. You gotta come to somebody with your cup full.
Run it over.
Empty. You gotta come with it so you're able to, from the beginning of the relationship, you guys are able to pour into each other. So. And you either take that hero's journey when you're young, or you gotta take it when you're old. If you don't do it in your 20s and 30s and 40s, you're gonna have to do it when you're in your 80s, 90s. But everybody has to. And the hero's journey is nothing but a self-healing journey.
Yeah.
Okay, it's taking care of all your stuff, all your ish. You gotta take care of that. You gotta heal that. You gotta return all that brokenness to whoever broke you in the first place. You got to return that energy. If you guys want to know more about healing and how to heal yourself and where to start, you want to learn more about that, let me know and I will do a video in Patreon.
Bye y'all.
Bye.